Hello, everyone. It's Yogi here, and happy Thursday and second day of April. Happy April as well. And I hope you're doing well and ready for a spot of stitching. I am, definitely. I'm ready to go. And today's the fifth day of our retreat week. So we started last Saturday, didn't we? And we kicked off an entire week of relaxing, 14 count stitching for me personally. But the spirit is to focus on lower count fabric. So in my mind, that will be anywhere from, I don't know what's the lowest count of Ada, maybe 9, up to maybe 18. That's the comfort zone for me. And during regular period of stitching, from time to time, I do go back to my 14 count projects, and it's always nice and easygoing. And so I decided to go for an entire week of it, and I'm really enjoying it. But tomorrow it's going to be the last day, okay? Tomorrow is going to be the last day of the retreat week. But every day is relaxing stitching, and going forward, we might do different theme, week, and to celebrate certain type of stitching or certain way of stitching. Maybe we're going to do an entire week of Gemma stitches. Gemma's method, how's that? And, or, I don't know, 10 stitches. That sounds quite good as well. And we can call it camping week. We just do 10. And so there you go. So today, the whip of my choice, okay? So currently I've got 5 projects that are 14 count. And including the new start recently, not recently, on Saturday, not very long ago. It's a pattern from Stitches So Beautiful, okay? And it's called Festive Seascape. I'll remember eventually. And it's a beautiful piece. And I'm going to come back to that tomorrow. So stay tuned, okay? But also there are 2 sessions that I did in the beginning of our retreat week as well. So go watch those and see how I started the project as well. It's my first Stitches So Beautiful as well. And I just realized, prompted by one of our Facebook members, and they actually gave me a little shout out as well. That's so kind of them, paying attention. So it's a beautiful project, and I know quite a lot of you got to know Stitches So Beautiful as well. They do have some amazing patterns there. But today I'm stitching this piece, okay? This is called previously known to me as the wedding store, something like that. Yes, the wedding dress shop. And you won't know why it's called that. Oh, sorry, wrong markup. Okay, hang on a sec. Let me change it. I was under the impression I changed it already. It's this one. Hang on. And yes, we are professionals here. It's this one. Okay, have a look. Oh, isn't that beautiful? This is called the Romantique, a Maison Romantique, and it's Romantic house basically in French, and it's by an artist called John O'Brien. Some of you might be familiar with him. He's got a lot of European street view sort of illustrations or paintings, and translate it into stitching pattern. They're absolutely beautiful. And this one is a view over the hill overlooking Eiffel Tower at the back there. And there's a silhouette and a little hint of telling you where it is in France. And this is Paris, and there's a beautiful wedding dress shop there. And what I love about this piece, not only the wedding dress shop, but on the right side where the flower vendor is it's just so gorgeous, and I cannot wait to stitch it. And so this piece I started, I think probably over 2 years now, and I've been dipping in and out. And let me show you my progress here. So zoom out a little bit. This is not a huge piece, okay, but it's by no means small. And let me just have a check on the stitch count. So all my 14 count projects from this company, it's Max Stitches Design, Max Stitching Design. It's in the description anyway, and they're roughly around the same size. So it's about 400 by 300, something like that. So it's not small, but by no means super size in any shape or form. And also to show you, so I started from the center, working page by page. I finished the 3rd page the other day, which is very exciting. And the let me just remove my last erase the evidence. Currently I'm over 10%. So the project I worked on yesterday, it was about half, it's just over 5%. So I was trying to catch up. But the other 3, 14 counts, I think all of them have gone over 10%. So I'm very, very happy. And in terms of numbers of colors, it's quite modest. It's about 57. So 55 solid colors and 2 blend colors. Okay, so some of these kits have blend colors, but not that many. So I am going to start my sprint here. All right, and this is going to capture all the stitches I'm going to be doing today. And here we go. So I think, so my fabric probably gave you some idea already where I'm going to be stitching, and I'll talk a little bit more about that later. But of course, I just came out of the app by accident. But I want to say hello to you. Hello, my lovely stitchers. And you're all my favorites, all of you. And I want to say hello to you. And let's see who have I got in the chat with me. And I've got Rajal. Rajal says, happy Stitching Thursday. Indeed, happy Thursday to you. And Sarah is providing a quote. Sorry, I can't highlight this one on the screen, but I'll read it to you. Sarah says, you never know how strong you are until being strong is your only choice. So true, because challenging situations a lot of time is a test for us as human beings. And yes, being strong is your only choice in life, really. And there's nothing wrong looking for support, but from within, just have faith that everything is going to work out just fine. And so thank you so much. And Clara is saying hello as well. It's Thursday indeed. For some stitchers it might not be, okay. For some stitchers it's already Friday, or maybe still yesterday, who knows. And we also have Sound Stitching is saying hello here as well. Hello to you, Sound Stitching. And Janine is here right on time. Janine, I hope you had a great time yesterday and out for dinner. And Susan as well. Hello. And who else have we got? Busy Mom is reporting from the work club as usual. We're standing here with you and we salute to you. And whoever's working at the moment while we're frolicking here, ready for a spot of very relaxing stitching, we salute to you. And Citri as well. Hello, great to see you. And we also have Linda joining us as well, and Cherry Barnes is back with us, and Michelle Kiefer as well. Hello, and Guy Lane. Hello, we don't see you very often, so really nice of you to say hello. And I Love Drunk as well. And who else have we got here? Mary Solas, welcome back, and Stargazer as well. Oh, thank you so much for joining me today. So this piece, as I said, is the Romantique house, indeed. And it's lovely, really lovely to stitch. And you can't see the entire piece right now, but the completion area. But I did a little bit. Let me just zoom in a little bit. Okay, with the members side quest a couple of weeks ago, I actually attempted to do a little bit of a back stitching. Okay, and the back stitching. So this piece has a layer of back stitching on top, but they're very, very subtle. Can you see these ones? These are actually back stitching that's happening as well, but it's blending in very softly. So it's not sort of really bold black lines. Sometimes, you know, some designs are calling for. And so these ones are very gentle, highlighting, accentuating the outline. But the cross stitching stitches themselves are really well charted, even without back stitching. It looks gorgeous. And also, can you see these lines here as well? And so I'm one of those people that I tend to backstitch as I move forward with a piece. Definitely cannot wait till the end when I finish and then do the backstitching. You know, some of you are very patient. And I kind of run into a little bit of a problem here when I did a backstitching. Can you see the beige color here? There are lines that you have to go over about 6 or 7 stitches and in diagonal, but not straight diagonal, not 45 degree where you can hit all the corners. And so I did a little bit of study, a little bit of research, and I actually found a couple of videos really good at you know, teaching techniques in terms of how you handle this type of situation, because it basically was a showstopper for me because I didn't know what to do. Because back stitching for me is either vertical, horizontal, or diagonal, you know, where you can hit the corners. And so you know where to insert the needles. So we're going to do a session, maybe members get together. I'm going to share the tutorial with you as well. Maybe it's going to be helpful to you. And so that's what is going to happen. But today, we're doing cross stitching, okay? And I am, there's a little hint there, I'm not very subtle. I am moving to the right side and continue with this area that I just completed. Let me just zoom out a little bit more. So this is the 3rd page from the center. And guess what? This page, this border that you're seeing is the end of the right side of this piece. So I've never hit the other side of the piece, even though I have not hit the left side, okay? I started from the center, stitched 3 pages, and the 4th page is actually the end side of the entire piece. So I'm kind of excited, you know, it's kind of a new experience. So I'm getting a little bit ambitious. I have gridded for 5 blocks to reach the end. But today, what I'm going to do is to stitch it with typewriting method. So with a new start with Stitches So Beautiful, I did the same thing. And it's very good with establishing the borders, which I like. And the rest of it, it's up to you. I'm going to do cross country. Okay. So, and see how it goes. And maybe I will gradually reach the end. Whether I'm going to go all the way for 5 blocks, I don't know. But who knows? I mean, this piece is not very confetti, so maybe it's quite doable. So this is my plan. Let me know what your plans are today with your stitching, and let's do it. So, I'm going to just bring on my work view here, okay? And let's have a look. So this is where I am. Can you see that? I've got 3 pages finished, and now I'm moving toward the right edge, the last page on the right there. So the top row is not actually the top of this block. So there are 2 stitches I'm going to leave out and start from this stitch and start the typewriting. Okay, I quite enjoy that. You know, I change my stitching method from time to time, also following the project's guidance, you know, and this project is like going, well, maybe typewriting is kind of nice. So that's what I'm going to do. And I'm stitching with the floss that came with the kit as well. It's apparently Egyptian cotton. And so I am going to follow the symbol. So today's easy peasy. I do not need to choose what color I'm going to stitch or from where. I'm going to just stop, kind of following the chart. Okay, so the first one, ooh, super light color, A19, A19. Let's have a look. A19, A19. So I'm starting with a very light, very, very light. Is it pink or beige? I don't know. But only a few stitches. So I'm going to pick this one. Oh, so Stargazer says, been part of the replay crew the last couple of days. Happy stitching. Yes. We do have a replay crew. They're mostly watching replay, but you know, we also have the live crew joining live chat and some in between, right? It depends. Sometimes live things kind of take over and you can't be here live. So we always have the replays to keep you company. Let me just zoom in a little bit here. In fact, I am going to move my hoop down a little bit so you can actually see what's happening. This is quite a large hoop I'm using, so. And this Saturday, because tomorrow is going to be the last day of the retreat, and on Saturday we're returning to Amy Stewart's style. Okay, so I'm hoping I can still see 25 counts if I do stitch 25 count. And Bree as well. Bree and Creativity says, hi from work, last day before a 5-day. Oh, as in 5 days off. How nice. It's nice to have a long break. And it's nice to have a break when other people are not having a break, because at the moment, maybe some people are taking time off for Easter. But, you know, I like the fact, because my day offs, if I do have day offs, are always different days from most people. I do not have a conventional timetable. Oh, let me turn on my 5x5 grid. Yes, I've gridded 5x5 as well. So this is a little bit of 3 stitches of air stitching, or maybe 4. Michelle as well. Michelle is reporting from the work club. Hope you're enjoying your work day. Sidri says, nice. Always wanted to see typewriter method in action. Yes, I also started the new piece from Stitches So Beautiful when we started the retreat week. I started with typewriter as well. So this week, you know, it's kind of really into the typewriting method. So I picked my first symbol. If you don't know what it is, it's basically a color selection method. So you pick, you stitch following the patterns order, symbols, and one by one horizontally from top row, and then come down to second row like typewriter. But ultimately, once you pick the color, you can stitch however you want. You can park, not park. You can do color completion or mini cross country or longer distance. It's up to you, but it's a color selection method, and is pioneered by Stitching Mummy. She's got a YouTube channel. I'm actually stitching, okay? Trust me, I am stitching. It's true. You probably can't see it, but I'm actually stitching, okay? So I'm moving down a little bit further because it feels, you know, I kind of just feel like it. So I probably won't be doing mini cross country. I'll probably travel a little bit further. And it's really good. I'm going to take care of these, you know, it's kind of scattered stitches. And it's going to make my life a little bit easier after that. So I'm going to do a cross around here as well. And let me know what you're working on today. Alice and Rennie, hello. I know, so we have Kelly as well. Great to see you. And Laura, hello, hello. Good to see you. Oh, Laura, your cats are gorgeous. Have you seen Laura's post of a collection? just a collection of her kitties. Laura's got 19 kitties, and she posts pictures of some of them. Oh my God, I was like, oh, I couldn't. I just couldn't. I want them all. And quite a lot of them are very young, aren't they? They're kittens. My God. Okay, I'm going to stop here. And I don't want to go too far. Maybe down to about 4 blocks. That's my max. Because otherwise it's going to get a little bit confusing. Okay, so A19. Going back. Alison says not feeling great tonight, so no stitching, just watching. Yes, if you're not feeling, you know, good for some reason, just watch Yogi stitching. You're going to be, you know, rushing over to your whips and start stitching in no time. Yes. Because normally, you know, that kind of works for me, because that's why I love watching other people stitching, because if I'm not feeling very motivated, all I have to do is just to go watch someone else stitching, and it just seems so enjoyable. And it makes me want to stitch. Okay, so typewriter method coming back. So I have picked this color, first color, and do a few stitches. Just pick the surrounding stitches, and where you want to go is completely up to you, and how far you want to go. And then once I've done that, when I'm ready to switch color, I'm coming back to the second stitch. So this is the rule. So you follow the pattern. Follow the symbols from left to right, from the upper left, depends on which direction you're starting. So you start in order. So looks like there's some quite a lot of lighter colors around here. Let me just double check. Indeed, yes. And the next one is 3A65. It's practically white. It's 3A65. Indeed. Oh, it's white. Totally. Because normally I start with stronger colors, but I'm following the rules. So can you even see the threads? Yes, indeed. Invisible threads. Sidri says, with replay, I can rewind whenever I'm awake again after falling asleep. Always searching for the positives. Yes, I know. Yesterday we were talking about Yogi's voice putting people to sleep. And maybe I can be a sleep therapist. I just start talking about random things and people just fall asleep. So, oh, what? What? Have I? What's happening? What's happening? Why? Busy, Mom? Oh, one stitch is wrong, Susan. Which one? Which one? Already? We're barely on color too, darling. Everybody. Yes, which one? Which one? Tell me. Yes, I can see an alarm bell being raised. Which stitch? Which stitch? Let me have a look. Let me have a look. We're talking about the last color, aren't we? Let me just highlight my last color. We're talking about the last one, are we? Well, at least some of you are watching, okay? Already, color one, air stitching. I'm already making mistakes. So three. So these three are fine, right? And this one is okay. That one is okay too. Those two are okay. Is it the last one? Which one are we talking about? We're good. Which one? Busy, Mom. The cream color, so the last color, but which one is incorrect? I just checked. 1, 2, and there's 1, 2, 3 from here. Which one? And then we have this one over here. That's correct. And 3 from the left. That's correct too. Oh, this one. Is it this one? Is it this one? Is this the offending stitch? 3 crosses down that you put in. Right, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so this one should be 3. I did 2 instead. Right, guys, can I fudge this one, please? Because I can't really reverse stitch this one. You know why? Because this line, this cross I'm drawing is supposed to be 2 stitches high, but this one's got 3, so it's kind of misled me to stitch here because I'm using the crosses as a guide, and they're supposed to be 2 stitches wide toward each direction. So Susan Barnes says yes. Okay, so that's the offending stitch. Guys, let me know. Do I have your permission to fudge? Oh, I can see. Busy Mom is giving me permission to fudge. Yes, I see the pink fudgy going on there. Guys, please give me some fudgies, okay? Just let me know you're behind me with fudging this particular stitch. Yes, help me out there. This is so pale. Yes, Fudge says yes. Wonderful, wonderful. Yes, and how nice. And you know what, guys? That reminds me. And for guys who are not members already, you might be wondering where the emoji is coming from. These are members only emojis, okay? And we're having fun with those. And today, in the spirit of giving and loving sort of retreat week, in the spirit of that, I'm going to give away 5 free memberships today. So stay with me. And so in order to receive the free memberships when I give out, it's totally random, selected by YouTube, okay? But you do have to be a subscriber, first of all, and you have to be in the chat when I'm doing it. So, and it's going to pick, I think it's got some sort of selection criteria. Maybe if the more active you are, more likely you get picked, something like that. But so you have to be a subscriber and also be in the chat at the time. And later on, I'm going to show you what you need to do with your phone. There's a setting you need to adjust in order to receive it. Okay, so I'm giving away 5 membership. We haven't done this for a little while, so I'm very excited. So that's good. I'm allowed to fudge. So I'm going to move on to the next color, right? Okay. And if you become a member, you can join in with all the members emojis as well. And we have members streams on a regular basis, normally on Saturdays. And we do all sorts of things. And that's different from our day-to-day stitching. Okay, so I am going to move on to the next one. Whoo, that was hairy. And color 1 already. I was hoping that the colors are so pale. No one is going to notice if I make mistakes. I was wrong, of course. I should have known. The chat. Oh, nothing escapes the chat. But this one is going to be challenging. This one is so pale. Even I can't see it. Okay, I need GPS device in order to guide me with these stitches. Oh goodness, this is pure white, and this fabric actually has a tiny tint of blue, baby blue here, but it's not helping very much. Not helping at all. Lynn Burgess says, greeting Yogi and friends. I'm back home now and stitching like crazy. Oh, Lynn Burgess stitching crazy is going to be frightening. Yes, I'm scared. And, Komari level scared. And she says, at least my fingers have had a rest. But knitting is secondary to my traveling library web. I know Lynn Burgess has got a beautiful rendition of the traveling library going on there. It's so beautiful. And you can see Lynn's work from time to time on our Facebook group. So if you have not joined us already, the link is in the description. You can join us and just, have a look at everybody's work. And it's so diverse. Every day I have a look, I'm just so inspired by everybody's project. And Susan Bond is working from is reporting from work club as well. And Susan says just popping in before work. Oh, before work. So you're off to work. Oh, guys, please send Susan some work club love. Yes, off to work. And Iris, sorry, I'm just going back the chat to say hello to everyone. We have Mandy Moran joining us, and also Iris Stitches. Hello. I don't know if you're new to us, but welcome. And Rose as well. Rose is here. Yes. Hello, Rose. All right. So I'm going to fudge it when I get there. Okay, do not worry. You will not be able to tell the difference. I'm wondering why this area is so pale. I think, oh yes, there's some light sort of reflection. I think this bit is kind of the front. I'm trying to see why is it so pale? I need to examine this. Okay, it's just a little panel there. It's kind of the the panel that's facing maybe the light. So it's got sort of reflection. It's okay. It's only a tiny panel there. Got me worried a little bit. And here we go. Do not worry. We will be stitching real colors very soon. 1, 2, 3, and 2. And Jacqueline as well say, hi Yogi, watching from work again, getting inspiration to stitch later this evening. Oh yes, definitely. It's so inspiring watching other people stitching, even Yogi, And yes. And it's always interesting to see how people solve problems as they move around their project, particularly with parking as well. You kind of want to know where they park, where they don't, and where they end their threads and how they go about approaching their project. And it's good fun. It's fascinating. So this one, I want to be quite mindful. And Susan Barnes says, not sure, but you might want to take the stitch off your pattern and put it the right stitch. Knowing me, I'll make more mistakes of that one. Well, I'm hoping, normally I leave it, because then when I come to this stitch, which is supposed to be, you know, empty, I would know there's another stitch there. So maybe I don't know what color it is, probably a very similar color. I just stitch the one that I missed. So yes, but I think, yes, Susan, that's a very good policy. And Tracy as well. Tracy says, hi Yogi, just hit a milestone, 15,000 stitches. Tracy, well done. Like today, or 15,000 today? Are you going to join Kamari on her mission to stitch 50K by the end of the month? But that's a milestone for sure. 15,000 exact. And Nerdy says, oh, my exciting things happening tonight. I'm going to bed early. Oh, but if you have to go to bed, go to bed. We have replay, okay? We have the replays waiting for you. Do not worry. Stargazer says, I tend to stitch the darker colors in the area and leave the pale colors for last. It's easier to see the way, less stressful, less mistakes made. I kind of agree with you. I think normally if I wasn't doing typewriting method, I would probably do that. I normally pick sort of stronger colors, and not necessarily, you know, I kind of pick and choose. I would blend. I'll start with stronger colors, maybe switch to paler ones and do a little bit, and then come back. But I'm following the symbols at the moment with Typewriter, so I'm doing what I'm told, which is, you know, it's fun challenge, isn't it? Doing something different. Because the thing with Typewriter method, there's a sense of, you know, anticipation to the next color, because you don't really know. Sometimes you kind of roughly know, well, this area is going to be a little bit more this color or that color, but ultimately you don't know which color it's going to be. So it's good fun. It's like, you know, what is next waiting for me? Mandy says, has anyone bought anything in the Hay sale? The stitch is so beautiful sale. Is Hay doing a sale as well? I wasn't aware of that. Guys, do you know that? And I am aware the Stitch is So Beautiful is doing a sale. I think Busy Mom posted the notice, and also they normally do a sale through a code. I think this is mostly for people who follow their social media. It's kind of a reward. If you didn't know, you know, if you just visit the website, you probably wouldn't know that there's a discount code going on there. So it's kind of a incentive for people who follow them. Hi, Lizzie. Tracy says not today. 15,000 in 2 weeks. That's really tremendous as well. How does that work out every day? How many stitches every day? That's a lot. So 14 days in a week, right? So you have to do like, nearly 1,000 a day, every day. Oh, Clara. Clara says, Yogi, you skipped my post about hate Easter sale and the scoop about Amy Stewart Child. Oh, how dare I, Clara? Sorry, because, someone raised the alarm bell and I just skipped forward. Sorry about that. So, Clara, so there's a sale. Okay, Easter sale. And, but Amy Stewart Chart is not part of it, is it? The new one. And the scoop about Amy Stewart Chart, I can go back and have a look, but I can't guarantee because I'm pretty far off from the top. Hang on. Or you can, if you don't mind reminding me. Oh, we have a new friend as well in a... Sorry, if I missed you, I'm so sorry because I had to skip a little bit in order to get to the fudge situation, to take care of the fudge situation, okay? And we have a new friend as well, Young Snack. Says, hi, I'm from Kuwait. It's okay to tell me name of the app that you're using to track your stitching. Of course, this app I'm using is called Cross Stitch Saga. It's on iOS, so iPhone, iPad, you can download a copy. And they do not recognize PDF, just so you know, but there are ways you can convert. So it's kind of a longer, like a detour you have to do, but you can get it if you have an iPad or iPhone. Okay, welcome. And I don't know I don't know where your thingy is, Clara. So what is your scoop about Amy Stewart then? And for any of you, if I missed you in the chat, I'm so sorry. Just give me a little wave. Just say hello again. It's all friends here. So sometimes I miss comments. Yes. Shayla is saying the same thing. What's the Amy Stewart scoop? Unless, that new pattern is actually part of the sale. That would be, a lot of people would be gutted. And Betty Hankins says, hello, and you have to be careful about stitching the light colors last, and they will pick up the dark colors. Oh, were they? Yes, I don't really follow the shade of the colors in terms of color choices. Either I just go mini cross country, I try to go back to pick the loose stitches and use that as a guide and just stitch as I go, or I go long distance, I just do random colors. But I like to blend, a little bit of dark with light so I don't get bored. Oh, Kelly, that's a very good point. Yes, if you have something you definitely want me to see or notice, put some emojis like, exclamation marks or something like that. My eyes would go there first. Yes, very good point. Very good point. That will help me a lot. Nerdy says, I've always heard to stitch the light colors last to avoid getting them dirty. Oh, so which way is which then? Because I think Betty's saying the opposite. One, two, three. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Move up a little bit more. And color 2. Oh, Clara says, hang on, let me just, so Clara's scoop is no longer will her chart be on sale. No more 50% off on our favorite artists. Oh, so that's just for Amy Stewart. So none of her patterns will be part of the sales. So does that mean older ones will also be excluded? Oh, wow. Okay, that's a scoop, but also a little bit disappointing for all of us. Well, I think, 50% sale, it's kind of heaven and earth thing, isn't it? I know every company is doing different things and, doing their sales in different ways. But it's kind of been kind of part of the tradition of heaven and earth. They, all the stitchers just wait for the sales and buy everything they want, So now they're not doing that. Maybe for popular artists, they know that people would definitely buy. So that's a business decision they made. So it's up to them. Fair. And Lizzie says they said it was temporary. I don't know what, so. But why temporary? What's the purpose of that? I can understand it if they go, well, going forward, any new Amy Stewart chart will not be part of the sale. But if they just take her off the sales, I'm not sure. Is that a good idea? I hope it is. Okay, color 3. Color 3. Well, the problem is, as I said, 50% sales has been so much part of hate experience, right? People are very generous in terms of, buying from them because they kind of reward the stitchers with discounts. So to take that away, okay, fine. 3770. 3770. When it comes to policies like this, it's always easier to give more rather than taking back what you normally, what your customers normally enjoy. It's harder to do. Hey, Elsie, hello. So Susan Barnes says you might want to do one more color with the 4 stitches down by the mistake stitches. Are we talking about last color? Sorry, I missed that. whichever way, I'm gonna fudge. Today is fudge day, okay? I'm gonna fudge all away and see how much I can get, I can get away with. And so this one is also in the air stitching territory. I think within maybe this couple of blocks, these couple of blocks, it's going to be quite light colors. So I'll do my best. Oh, so Betty says do the light colors first. I just do random colors. Tracy says temporary for Hade because she can't exclude just one chart on her website. She doesn't have that function. I believe for the next sale, it will be back to 50 off Amy Stewart. But why do they make it so confusing? What purpose is this? Is it just for this new chart? Because it's so special for them. They don't want people to buy it in a discounted rate. So because of the technical limitation, they can only exclude an artist, not a chart, I'm guessing. But they're just complicating things so much, confusing people. Oh, hello. Oh, no. I thought I missed a stitch. It's good. It's all good. It's a little bit like their 2026 sales, stitch along. And, with Amy Stewart, whether it's well, exclusive as in for the stitch along, but, how you receive the Amy Stewart chart. That was an example as well. It just made it so complicated. So people had to guess, do you have to finish one page? And if you finish one page, do you have to wait till the end of the year to receive the chart? Or do you receive it upon finishing one page, etc., etc.? It just unnecessarily complicated. And I think they just thought better of it and just released that chart to everyone beforehand. Just get it over and done with. And that was probably a good idea. Just keep things simple, Clara says, Michelle says an email. Our Easter sale is now live. Enjoy 50% of all charts with the exception of designs by Amy Stewart, which are no longer offer on sale. Thomas Kincaid. Oh, right. So it sounds like they've got maybe their top artists. Yes, but if that's the actual wording from Clara, then it sounds like she's no longer part of the sale. So I'm going to highlight it on the screen. You can have your interpretation. But I think it sounds like, because they also listed the other two artists as well. So they already have a category of the artist. They're not part of the sale. And Amy Stewart is going to join those two artists as no sale artist. Yeah, that's my reading. See you later, Kelly. one over here. I think the color of the fabric does help a little bit. It does have a very, very light blue tone to it. So it kind of offset the pure white a little bit. Janine says, I think the individual artists have a say on if they want to agree to the sale too. I'm sure they get less of a kickback. Well, it's yes, it's a strategy, isn't it? Either you sell more on quantity to compensate the discount, or you go the other way around. You're happy that people only buy if they really, really want the pattern. Because a lot of us probably, you know, buy things because they're on sale. We may or may not want actually buy it if it wasn't, if you know what I mean, because that's an element of sales as well, that people buy because it's discounted. So they might lose a little bit of that on Amy Stewart, but it's a choice, isn't it? They can do that, I suppose. And Amy Stewart is very popular, so. One, two, three, one, two, three, just one. I strangely enjoy air stitching. It's like I can just barely see the stitches, but they're strangely satisfying. Very nice. Have I done these ones? Yes. All right. The next one. What is waiting for me? Okay, this is a gray. 648. 648. This one will be a little bit easier to see. Hello, Rose. Rose says hello, chat and Yogi. I noticed recently that Amy Stewart, the cat library, is now available. Indeed, yes, it is. The regular size, regular colors. Yes, the Library of Cats just came out a few days ago. Hi, Lynn. Lynn says, Yogi, you have done it again. I fell asleep. Lynn. Yes, and you managed to wake up and report that you fell asleep because of me. Yes, I am going to, my next career is going to be a sleep, therapist, okay? So I just come and just talk to you and you just fall asleep. No more insomnia. Problem solved. This one, I'm going to make a little bit of a exception. Can you see my chart here? The next stitch actually starts here, but there are a couple of surrounding stitches I feel silly if I don't do them. So I'm gonna just take care of these ones very close by, and then move on to my typewriting. I don't want to leave them out just for the sake of it. See you later, Susan. Susan Barnes. And Nerdy's going to bed. So Lynn is waking up to the chat, and Nerdy's going to bed. See you later, Nerdy. At 99, have a lovely sleep. Oh, hi, Stain. Is it Stain? Stain? Hang on. Let me just highlight our friends, our new friends. Comment here. Is this Stain? Oh, Angel. Stangel. Welcome. Is it male, female? I don't know. Gentleman or lady says, hi, just wanted to say your tutorial on parking helped me a lot, and I'm now in the process of getting everything together for my first full coverage project. Round of applause for our new friend here. The first one is very, very special. Tell us all about it. What pattern, and also what fabric count? You know, I'm so curious, you know, in terms of how people approach their first full coverage. It's very, very special. And Betty says there were loose sales because another hobby for Sob are collecting charts. Oh, are you saying the people who collect charts as a hobby, they're gonna stop buying? Well, they're gonna buy less. It's possible. It's possible. So it's a choice, isn't it? Either, you know, you gain more profit by charging full price, because you know people want those charts anyway. But you're probably going to lose out, you know, those people buy because it's on sale. Definitely. So it's a choice they make. It's a marketing choice, isn't it? Samantha, hello. Samantha says, hello, getting an ice storm today again? What's an ice storm? Is it different from snowstorm? Janine says, Yogi, do you not think you have ever say you enjoy air stitching? Who's living now? Janine, indeed. I know. I'm such a hypocrite, isn't it? Yes. I don't know, because if I just do random cross stitching, you know, doesn't matter how I do it, I have the choice to choose which color I do. When that's the case, I tend to go for stronger colors. Okay, and depends. Sometimes I'm in the mood to do a little bit of a light color stitching, but most of the times I'm drawn to stronger colors. But with this method, because I'm following the symbols like a good girl, in a way, because that choice is taken away from me, there's a certain freedom to that, because I don't have to make choices. I'm made to stitch a certain color in a certain order, and you know, I found enjoyment in the meantime. I don't know, you know, humans are complicated. Oh, there's a little bit of Dolly's hair there. Yes, I was secretly enjoying it a little bit. Amanda, hello. Amanda says, I tried the Saga app for the first time and somehow offset the grid, and around 7 columns and 4 rows. I actually did have to grid part of the fabric to hit. Oh, do you mean the chart actually have the grid offset? There's a setting there that you can readjust it. So you probably want to adjust it to match your PDF, your original PDF. It has happened to some of my projects as well. But you can just, recalibrate that. And Linda Diamond says, I'm gonna need a stretching with Yogi today. I just got done taste testing homemade lemon cake, homemade carrot cake, homemade blueberry cake, and strawberry cake. My daughter's a wonderful baker. Oh, did she just bake the whole lot and you had to taste? Oh, what a terrible job. What a drag. You had to eat so much cake. Wow. Yes, we can do we're definitely going to have a spot of yoga stretching today. Definitely. That'll get your circulation flowing and burn a few calories. I guarantee at least 10 calories you're going to burn. Okay? That's my promise to you. So Elsie's doing air stitching as well. Lizzie, I'm not sure it's a compliment. Yes, I'll take it as a compliment then. Lizzie says, I always fall asleep to Yogi. She has some kind of ASMR thing going on. But sometimes we're talking about really sort of, important things like kale consumption, that kind of stuff. It's riveting, okay? Stay awake. Sidri says, I'm awake. Good, good, good. Aaron is awake as well. Good. Yes. I need some evidence, proof that you are actually there. Actually awake. Oh, right. So, Angle. Is it an Angle? Angle. Welcome. And it's a lady. Hello, Ruth. Magpie Stitcher says, good morning, Yogi and Stitchy friends. Good morning to you. And where Ruth is, it's already next day, isn't it? It's Friday. And Angel says the first full coverage is a fox pattern. It will be 14 counts, and I'm treating myself with the gridded one. Oh, the fabric, since I don't trust myself to count it right. That's a very good policy. Yes, if counting, you're not used to it just yet, start with the gridded fabric. That's how I started the 25 count as well. I started with gridded fabric. It's a little bit more reassuring, isn't it? So ice storm, Samantha says, is freezing rain. Oh, but does it turn into ice then? Oh dear, Samantha. Stay safe, stay warm. Michelle Fuller says, Yogi, I don't believe that you are stitching. I see nothing but white fabric. I know. Yes. Maybe I can zoom in even more just to prove it to you, okay? How's that? Is it better, Michelle? Still can't see them? Me either. When I look at my fabric, just about, And on the screen, probably because of the lighting, it's even lighter. I know, I know. This is what we have to do, isn't it? Air stitching sometimes. But luckily, not that much for this pattern. Or majority of my patterns. Clara says, I'm doing air stitching on the sun. My daily projects, and I'll work on some 22 counts. Oh, the sun, the Hayes Sao piece for 2026. Sidra is doing that one as well. And it's beautiful, isn't it? It's going to be, you know, really lovely to frame on the wall once it's finished. It's a proper piece of artwork. Well, this color in comparison is so much stronger. That's one stitch, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. I can probably get away with 2 more stitches. Can I get away with 1 more? Hi, Kristen. Good to see you. And Daria as well. Good to see you. Says good morning and good evening, lovely ladies. It's on Friday in Australia. Indeed, it's Friday, isn't it? And Ruth as well. Nice time to for stitching. Yes, morning stitching. It's lovely. It's a great way to start a day. All right, 1 more stitch with this one. Next one. Hang on. But I think moving beyond this panel, the color is going to change drastically. There you go. Lo and behold, you know, the next stitch is a dark brown. Because there's a panel here that's quite light, and then next to it is really strong colors. So 3A60, yay! Finally, I can see the threads. 3A60, 3A60. It's a brown color. Which one is it then? 3A60. No. Lovely. Well, that's the thing. Janine says, I'm way behind my Hey Sao. Too many projects I'm having fun on. Yes, because in the beginning of the year, particularly the end of the year, when you're signing up, the sale, you know, the sale, and, you kind of go, yes, I'm going to go full on to stitch this piece. I'm going to finish it by March. But, you know, by the year starting, there's so many different patterns and projects that want your attention. And before you know it, it's probably September, you know, and you realize you've only done one page, something like that. So you have a choice to make. Either you try to finish it or you just leave it. That's normally how it goes. Let me take a sip of my coffee. Naked coffee as usual. So Sidra is doing a lot of air stitching as well. So you have company. Lefty, Gemini, hello. This color is definitely visible. I've just broken my own rules. Samantha says he has left 1/4 of an inch of ice over everything, but I'm home now and don't plan to go anywhere tonight. So it's basically just very cold rain, and by the time, but it kind of freezes later on and turn into ice. Oh, that's very dangerous. So it's a good job that you're staying in. Let me see. Oh, there's a little bit of dolly hair festival going on there. Oh, Sidra. Yes, we were just talking about your sock competition yesterday. Sidra says, good news. I made it to the round 3 in the sock manners competition. Rivalry. Oh, so it's the, right. So they're the host of the competition. Amazing. And round 3. So how many rounds do you have? It's like a tournament, isn't it? Yes, yesterday we were talking about the sock manners. Okay. Yes, I kind of asked this question the other day, and every stitcher is probably a little bit different. But when you're doing typewriting, when they're, for instance, this brown, right? It's got one stitch here, but you have to skip 2 stitches. There's another one. Normally, I would leave it out and stitch downwards. But in this occasion, for some reason, I just stitched it. I don't know if you do typewriting, if you've ever done it, do you just fill in, for instance, if you have this brown further down on the first row, would you just keep stitching? I tend not to, so I'm just wondering how everybody does this method, because I want to kind of stitch in order, you know. But so in this case, I'm gonna end my stitches here. $3A60. Hello, Memes Fusioner says, just got my first cross stitch order. Floss should be here by 6 and the fabric needles. Oh, so you're kitting it up yourself. Amazing. The first one is so exciting, isn't it? Because it took me a while to realize. My mind was blown when I realized there's stitchers out there kitting up their own project. I literally didn't know the option was there. So let me adjust my hoop a little bit. And I was fascinated because, you know, prior to that, cross stitching has always come in a form of a kit. So it was a giant rabbit hole. Okay, this one, 647. 647. Some reason it looks slightly slanted. Let me just very nice. This one is the next. Hi, Monique. Says hello, or on cold and rainy wet day. Well, join Samantha then. Oh, Busy Mom says, I was stitched down. Yes, I tend to do that as well, because I always think if you just keep going on a row 1, when, you know, just keep going with the same colors, it kind of defeats the purpose of typewriting, because typewriting is going in order. So yes, I'm with you as well, Busy Mom. I tend to go down. So there's a sense of order there. But I'm going to cheat and do this one on top, because it's there. Rose says, I don't do typewriter method, but I will stitch it if it's 4 or less stitches away. Right, but the thing is, it could You could keep going though. So if you do, let's say if you skip 4, that's your max, and stitch a couple of them, there may be more further down. So does that mean just keep going? I'm just curious what you would do. Sarah says, stitching mummy stitches it wherever it goes and choose the next one, the most upper left. Yes, indeed. But Sarah, so let's say this brown, for instance, there are quite a few on the same row toward the right, row 1, right? So my question would be, I don't know what Busy Mom would do, but would she just keep going down until and leave all the stitches on the right empty and just follow the symbols? You know what I mean? Or maybe she just goes on and stitch all the colors of the current color on the same row. That was kind of my question. Well, I suppose there's probably no wrong options, but you know. Okay. So I could just leave it here. Six, 4, 7. Oh, Linda. Linda Diamond says, have you found your missing floss yet? No, Linda. I don't know. It's gone, you know, fallen into some Bermuda Triangle in this room. I have not found the floss yet, and I cannot think of where it could possibly go. It just doesn't make sense. And, you know, luckily I had a quick look yesterday. Majority of the colors, because I have 2 sets of CXC, so I do have another scan for most of the colors. But one exception, because one exception was number 19, which was from my DMC set, actually, because I don't have 1 to 35 for CXC, so I had to blend in DMC, and I lost that entire scan, number 19, and I do not have a second scan, so I don't know what to do with that one. I don't know why does it look a little bit weird here? Okay. I'm very reluctant to buy a new scan because I know I have it. It's somewhere here in this room or in this house. All right. So from here, I'm going to pick my next color. Oh, 310, guys. 310. Spooky bingo. Yay. 310. I've got some 310 going there. You know, going from air stitching to 310 is quite drastic, isn't it? So this is a typewriter method for you. Rose says, I'll possibly keep going, depends on how far back you have to carry your threads to do the stitches below. Yeah, I suppose there's probably no wrong choices. But I'm very curious on what other people would do. Sarah says she stitches. She stitches even on top row. So according to Sarah, I think she says busy mom. Not busy mom. Sorry, I've got busy mom on my mind. Stitching mummy. She would basically stitch all the stitches on the top row of the same color. I think that works too. It depends. Well, it probably depends on how far you go. And this one, I'm going to start from this one, from the top. I'll probably try that as well, see if it flows. Ree says I had to scrap my first cross-stitch project because the stamping was messed up and part of the paper pattern were not visible. Oh, it could happen because that's why the printing quality of stamp kits is probably paramount, right? Because some of them probably not so well printed. And if you can't see it, if it's smudged, and also the paper patterns are not good either, then you're a little bit doomed. Wow, this is like super dark. Busy Mom thinks the evil spirit took them. I don't know. I really cannot think of a logical explanations to it because I try to simulate the situation by thinking, okay, if I've got a bunch of random floss lying on my desk at this moment in time, what will I do with it if I just want to quickly tidy up? And I have to confess, I do have the habit of kind of just thinking, oh, if I need to clear up something, if I'm not feeling, up to it, I do have the habit of going, oh, I'll just put it here for a moment and I'll come back to take care of it. I do that a lot. So I was trying to simulate in my mind, what will I do if I had to kind of just put away a bunch of, floss on the side. And I came up with a few locations and I just couldn't find the floss anywhere. I literally went around the entire room and beyond. And I checked my fridge as well and my oven and could not find them. Just a whole bunch has disappeared. Kashi Danny says, good evening. Been a while since I made a live. Well done. Great to see you. Sidri says, I think Dolly has your floss in her hiding place with her other treasures. Whoa. Dolly's innocent. That's what she says behind me. Like going, I'm innocent. I did not do anything. I know. It's a mystery. I think the moment I truly give up and not look for them anymore, they're going to appear. But until then, just stay hiding. Oh, Susan's got Spooky Bingo 310. Yes, I'm still here. I'm still here. Yes. Spooky Bingo to Susan. Yay. Lynn says, I'm back, Yogi, and a nice shower woke me up. Yogi, the little lights that clip on your work, but mine does not last long. Oh, you mean the little lighting that you can clip around the hoops? Are they battery operated or some sort of, do you need to recharge the lights? Yes, you can get those clip-on ones, can't you? Okay, I'm gonna do one more here. Ah, so Kristen says the missing floss is with all your left socks. Well, how do you know when I knit socks? I start from the left. They're both identical. It could be left or right. Yes, all my single socks. Maybe they're dating apps for single socks. Janine says, did you check my coat closet? Oh, not yet, Janine. I need to check your fridge as well. Maybe my floss is sitting next to to the kale that you have in your fridge. Sarah says, maybe you folded it in the fabric of a project. Oh, okay then. Okay. All right. That I have not totally checked. I do have a storage, like a fabric container that I have all my webs in. I cannot think why I would fold the floss with other fabric, but it's worth checking. It's worth checking for sure. Yes, thank you, Sarah. I will check that. It's not like this room is massive or anything. It's not Buckingham Palace, okay? Contrary to rumors, I do not live in a Paris. A Paris? A palace. This is not Buckingham Palace, so it's just a little cave I've got for stitching. And I cannot imagine where it could be. Cassie, hello. Cassie says home from work and animals fed, time to stitch. Oh, all sorted then. Very nice. So Lynn, your lighting is rechargeable. Yes, you probably just need to charge a bit more frequently. Or maybe if it comes with a cable, just keep it charged. Because I can imagine that probably takes up a lot of power as well. And I'm going to just finish one more stitch. And I'll show you how to set your phone up so you can receive our new our free membership. Okay, so today I'm giving away 5. Today I have not done it for a little while, and but you need to have your phone. If you're not a member already, you need to have your YouTube settings set up so you can receive it if you want it, of course. And why wouldn't you? Here we go. Let me just do one more stitch and I'll show you what you need to do. So in order to receive the free membership, which is given out selected randomly by by YouTube, you need to be a subscriber, okay? And also you need to be in the chat while I'm doing it. And also it's selecting probably depending on how active you have been in the chat today. So it's got some sort of criteria, and it would randomly select 5 of you to be our members. How wonderful. And you can you have members only emoji, and we have a whole bunch of videos for members as well, the archive of our sessions, and we have ongoing regular sessions that we hang out, particularly on Saturdays, and you get to support the channel. So let's have a look. Okay, now I'm going to so I've done these stitches, the 3 tens, and I'm going to zoom out a little bit, okay, and I'm going to show you what you need to do. And once we've done that, once I show you how to do it, we do a spot of yoga, because I think this is around the chocolate time. And chocolate time, we combine chocolate time with the bonus. We do a little bit, a stretch of yoga. I think some of you probably need it, right? A little bit of, get the circulation going. And we're going to feel so much better in an instant. We're feeling good already, aren't we? So we're going to feel even better. And I'm going to just show you my phone here. Hang on. So, okay, so this is what you have to do for your phone, okay, on your YouTube app. You're probably watching it, or I think it's probably the same if you're watching from desktop, from iPad, tablets, doesn't matter what it is. Not on the TV, of course. If you're on TV, grab your mobile, okay? So this is, let me just end that. So this is your view if you're using a phone to watch me right now. And I'm going to just show you, this is your chat panel, right? Bring up the chat panel, and underneath you should be able to see, it's probably too bright. Let me just move that away for a little bit. Yes, how about this? It's better. Underneath at the bottom of the chat, you can see a $sign there. So this is where you normally do super chat and stuff like that, or join a membership from here. So you tap on it, and you should get 3 options, which is super chat, whatever. And at the bottom, you should be able to see there's a membership option. So tap on that. So normally we just bring on the panel where you can join the channel, but instead of doing that, you could, okay, go to the 3 dots on the upper right there. So it should be identical, doesn't matter where you are. Just look at the chat panel and then tap on the 3 dots, and then there should be another pop over, okay? And at the very bottom, it says gift membership settings, and this is where you need to go. And by tapping on that, there's a little button you need to flick turn it on. So this will give YouTube the consent for the memberships to go to you, okay? Because you can opt out. If you turn it off, YouTube will not select you. They'll just leave you out. But if you turn it on, you need to do that so the YouTube knows it's okay to pick you, okay? So you can get that set up. And then when we do the yoga and come back for a bit of chocolate, I will give out the free memberships, okay? So let's have a look. Let me just zoom out a little bit here. So guys, are you ready for a spot of yoga? Okay, I'm going to improvise. And it will be really, really nice. And if you've never joined us for yoga before, you're in for a treat, okay? So here we go. Not this one. Let me bring on yoga break panel here, okay? Stretch with yogi. And we are going to stand up. Unless you have good reasons not to stand up, You can sit down. You can do the hand movements as well, no problem. But if you stand up by the chair, and make sure your surrounding is kind of clear. So when you open arms, etc., you're not going to knock into things, furniture, young kids or animals. Okay, so no animals or children should be harmed during this exercise. So come to stand up, and you can walk near the wall if you want to, or somewhere you can put your hand on for support. You could do that. So if you need support of a chair or your furniture, then do so. Just make sure things are kind of clear around you. Okay, and so come stand up, and I expect no chat at the moment, because if you're chatting, I know you're not doing it with me. And Samantha has been our member for 3 months, and thank you so much, Samantha. And Samantha says, I can't believe it's 3 months. I have 4 whips. Amazing. And the number is growing. Okay, so Samantha, come and join Yogi, and for a little bit of a yoga stretching. So we're standing on the feet, and why don't we start with a gentle half sun salutation? I mean, it's one of the best things you could do for your body, but we're not doing the full sun salutation. Stand on the feet and find length for the spine. That's always the best way to start. So we're lengthening upwards through the spine, soften the shoulders, and tuck the chin slightly in. So sometimes the head can kind of, involuntarily tilt back when we're tensing slightly. So we want to find a neutral and relaxed position. Okay, now take a deep inhale through the nose or the mouth, however you breathe. Bring the arms up toward the ceiling, and we're going to reach the fingertips up and bring the gaze up as well. So we're looking up toward the fingertips, toward the thumbs, and reach up. And I'm feeling good already. I can feel the warmth coming through the side body, around the belly. And as I'm reaching up, and breathe. And release the breath and bring the arms by the side, and we're going to slowly fold forward with the knees soften and come to a gentle forward fold. So if you have high pressure, low pressure, you can tilt the head up as you fold forward. Otherwise, release the head downwards. This will help the body, the circulation to flow toward the head a little bit. You can sway from side to side and keep the knees nice and soften. We don't want the knees to lock. And then take one more deep inhale. We're going to round the back and slowly rise up. Come to standing. Rose through the spine. And as you stand up, bring the arms up toward the ceiling one more time. Reaching up. Beautiful. And then release the arms by the side. And we're going to fold forward one more time. Okay. Soften the knees and slowly fold forward. Keep it nice and slow. No rush. And we're coming to a forward fold one more time. And just allow the spine to lengthen. Soften the shoulders. Maybe let go of the arms as well. And take one more deep inhale. Slowly rise up. And rooting down through the feet. And bring the arms up one more time. Take a deep inhale. Reaching up. And then release the arms by the side and come to a neutral standing position. Okay, so find your grounding here with the feet parallel with each other and rooting down firmly. Now take a deep inhale, bring the right arm up. And then we're going to side stretch to the left. So we're guiding the right arm to the left side. Okay, and this time we're going to bring the left arm up as well. So both arms kind of stretching toward diagonal direction. So arms are parallel with each other, but both stretching toward the diagonal direction, upper left there. And you can bring the gaze toward the fingertips as well. Can you feel the right side body? That really beautiful extension there. It feels so good. And then slowly come back, arms up, and release the arms down by the side. Very nice. Now the other side. bring the left arm up toward the ceiling, reaching up. And we're going to guide the left arm over to the right. Okay, so you can feel the left side body extending. And we're going to bring the right arm parallel to the left arm. So diagonally toward the upper right there. Okay? Very nice. And breathe. Keep the breath flowing and feel the nourishing, the beautiful extension for the left side body. Wonderful. And come back to the center, reaching up one more time. And exhale. Release the arms by the body. Good. Now, with feet parallel with each other, let's sway from side to side, okay? Just shift the weight to the right foot, to the left foot, and you can bend the knees as well. Do a little walk without bringing the feet off the mat necessarily, and we're just bending one knee at a time. Sway from side to side, and find the stillness through the center, okay? So now we're standing still, and you can bring the feet slightly closer together. So we're going to challenge the body a little bit and come to one-legged balance, okay? And all we're doing, we're going to just slowly bend the right knee and bring the right knee up, off, right foot off the floor. If you need to reach for a chair, wall or furniture for support, do so. We're going to flex the right foot as well. Right foot flex and bring the right knee up and use both hands to hug the right knee. Okay, makes sense? And so the right knee should be around the same height as your waist or your hips. And with the right foot, we're going to circle the right ankle. Okay, so this is a little bit of a challenge for the body's balance because we're standing on the left foot and keep the left knee softly bent, and we're circling the right foot through the right ankle. All right, either side of your choice. One side to start, one more circle, and keep lengthening up. It will give you a lot more balance. And then we're going to circle the ankle to the left, the other side, warming up the heels, the ankles, and keep breathing. One more circle to this side. Very nice. And then gently release the hands off, so the right knee can slowly be released, right foot down, and come to standing. Okay, so we're back to standing position. You can sway from side to side. You can walk the feet. We're going to reset for the second side. Okay, so this is a great thing to do because the body's balance has to be challenged. And one-legged position is just great. But make sure you have something that you can hold on for support if you need it. And now we're going to shift the weight to the right foot, and then slowly hover the left foot off the mat and hug into the left knee. So bend the left knee and use both hands to hug the left knee and keep it around the same height as your hips, and flex the left foot. Okay, this will engage the left knee and rooting down through the right foot, right leg. And so we're one-legged now, and we're going to do circle the left ankle as well, either side of your choice to start. I'm going to circle to the left first. So this will warm up the entire leg as you hug the left knee, engage the left knee, and we're circling the left ankle one way. And one more circle here. And then we're going to circle the other way. Yes. And keep breathing at all time. And if you can't hear your breath, and just breathe deeper. Okay, one more circle. Very nice. And nice and gentle release the hands. So the left leg could be released down to the ground. Well done, everyone. And we're going to sway from side to side. And then we're going to finish off our little stretch by bring the arms up toward the ceiling one more time, reaching out. Maybe the body feels longer this time. And gaze up. You can come to a micro back bend as well. You can open the arms toward the ceiling and gaze up and allow the spine to curve backwards a little bit, just a very gentle curve. And then bring the palms to the heart center together. And well done, everyone. Namaste. Well done. And I hope you felt much better already. My body's warmed up as well. Very, very nice. And when we're sitting a lot on the chair, and just little stretches like this, just few minutes, really makes a lot of difference. So well done, everyone. Yay! Yes, Rochelle has joined us as well. So Rochelle, did you follow the stretches? Yes, well done, everyone. And, but the great thing about doing a spot of yoga is it's followed by chocolate time as well. How nice. And today we're going to give away 5 memberships as well. So it's very exciting. So let me grab my chocolate and let me know what you were snacking today with me. Yes, how wonderful. Laura, well done. Yes. Yogi move. Oh, it's I can tell Laura is getting more flexible every day, just looking at the yogi move. I can tell. And Kristen as well. Kristen says, Namaste indeed. And Lepti says, wonderful. Wonderful. Thank you, guys. And Sidri as well. Well done, Sidri. And Catherine as well. Oh, hello, Catherine has just joined us. You can wind back and do the yoga with us. And Sarah as well. Well done, Sarah. And let me bring on my chocolate here. So I've got, so this is what I'm eating today. Okay, Black Forest. I've only got 3 blocks left. I've been eating a lot of this one. And Busy Mom says, I just got home cooking dinner. No chocolate for me. Just 1 block. How's that? Just 1 piece of chocolate before supper. Janine says, yay, but I'm too fat. Hold my knees with both hands. Oh, Janine, rubbish. Of course you can hold your knees. So well done, Janine. And Susan is snacking on Easter eggs. My sister got me. Oh, very nice. Has it got toys on the inside or some sort of a surprise on the inside? Cheers, guys. For me, this would do. And Kashi Danny, well done. Oh, Ruth, it's morning, isn't it, in Australia? So you're having coffee. Fair enough. That's fair enough. And Rachel Morton is here as well. Hello. And Ara Stitches as well. Well done. All right, then. So as promised, I'm going to give away 5 membership, okay? And before I do that, I'll just give you a recap on what you have to do in case you missed it before the yoga break. And you need to set up your YouTube app so you're ready, you're able to receive the membership. So I'm going to just show you one more time, and then I will hit the button and then select 5 new members for free. You have 1 month for free. So where you could be watching the stream from the desktop or mobile devices, doesn't matter. What you have to do is go to your chat panel on the desktop, iPhone, iPad, not on TV, okay? So you need a mobile device or a PC. And go to the chat panel. So this is our stream right now. Sorry, I've got chocolate in my mouth. And go to that, there's a dollar icon there where you normally do super chat and stuff like that. Tap on that and then go to the bottom option, says membership. Tap on that and come to the membership panel and go to the 3 dots on the upper right. I think it's identical on the desktop as well. Go to the 3 dots and pick the bottom settings. It says gift membership settings. Tap on that and there's a little button there. So you need to turn it on in order to. So by default, it's off. So you need to turn it on for the channels for YouTube to choose you, okay? And you also need to be a subscriber as well. So that's important. And so here you go. I'll just give you a couple more minutes and I will hit the button. Michelle says, thank you, Yogi. I was driving home doing yoga. And so no driving yoga there, car yoga. Michelle says, I sat up real tall in my seat and rolled my shoulders. Didn't try the rest of the in the car. Probably a good idea, Michelle. But well done. Well done. Yes. Just by sitting up tall, you feel different, don't you? So, and Samantha, well done. Just finished vacuuming the downstairs. And Sidra is going to bed. Well done, Sidra. Min to 3. Mimi to 3. Hello, good evening. Yes. And Michelle Kiefer as well. She has been our member for 2 months. Well done. Thank you so much for your support, Michelle Kiefer. Thank you all for your support of the channel. And so I am going to hit the button now, okay? I think you should have sufficient time to do your setting there. So I am going to bring on my panel here. So it's going to give out, it's going to select 5 people randomly that they're not member already. And also they're subscribers and those have been active in the chat as well. So those are prioritized, okay? So here we go. I'm going to count down to 3, 2, and 1. Well, there you go. Who are our lucky winners? We have, oh, here we go. We have Kristen. Well done. Yes. Congratulations. And Minnie to 3 as well, who has just joined the chat and now is our member. Well done. And Rachel Morton as well. Well done. And Cherry Bomb as well. And congratulations. And Diane, is it Diane? Diane as well. Yeah. Congratulations. 5 lucky winners. And you're part of our membership. And yeah, we do members hangout on a regular basis. And this Saturday, I'll give you an update. If I may have to do something this week, but if not, we can do another members hangout. And we can do some side quests as well. Last week, I did needlepoint. So this week, we can do different things, okay? So we just hang out and just share our sort of, other hobbies or, just try out different type of projects. So well done, everyone. And congratulations. And we also have the members emoji as well. So very, very nice. And yes, so it's selected totally randomly by YouTube. Oh, Cherry Balm, say thank you on disability. So it means a lot. Welcome, Cherry Balms. Yes, really well done. And do not forget that there are sessions, the member sessions, they're archived that you can watch at any time. Okay, so they're there ready for you. And oh, Bree and Creativity has joined our membership. What? Thank you so much. Yes, welcome. Welcome, everybody. There you go. Very, very happy. Rachel says, I was going to join after I finally get my house sold. I barely been able to stitch at all because I'm fixing things up after work. Thank you so much, Rachel. And I hope everything's going well. And also your Etsy shop as well. So Rachel is our new pattern designer who's got a Etsy shop, a new shop. Yes, moving house can be very stressful. So take your time, take it easy, but do not forget to give yourself some time as well. All right, my typewriter. So this time, I think I'll probably try stitching all the colors on the same row, if that makes sense. I'll see how, if that flows a little bit better. I'm happy to give it a try. So this one is the next symbol. It's going to be 647, 647. Yes, moving houses or selling and buying is no kidding. I mean, selling and buying, a lot of things can happen in between. I don't know about the system over in the US, but over here, oh, all sorts of things can happen. You could be, in a chain for a little while. Bree says, I like listening at work. Yes, we have a lot of stitchers. They're watching us from work. That's why we have a work club emoji, especially for our stitchers working, watching from work while we're streaming. And Bree says, your voice keeps me calm when there are problems. Oh, how nice for you to say that. Yes, I send people to sleep. Just ask Lynn, okay? Lynn literally had to take a cold shower in order to stay awake. Lynn says, I pay Yogi to send me to sleep. It's hilarious. Yes. So when you watch Yogi's screen, Yogi stream, not Yogi scream. When you watch Yogi streams, there's no such a thing as insomnia. Okay, it just doesn't exist. You just fall asleep. You just can't control yourself. Cassie says, that's why I fall asleep when I watch the replay. Oh dear. Who's having calamari? Janine. Well, I think Janine probably had some sort of a special kale full course, you know, kale for starter, kale for main course, kale for dessert. No calamari exactly, or all the stitchers know, okay? There's a no seafood policy in this group. Yeah, Janine, I hope you had a really lovely dinner last night. So yesterday, Janine had a birthday dinner, even though the birthday was the day before. Very nice. And the next one's 898. Very nice. It's a brown. 898. I think I'm temporarily out of the air stitching zone until I come back for the second row. So 898. Yes, Janine, it's okay that if you eat seafood, okay, it's not banned. It's the stitching that is banned, okay? So you're allowed to eat calamari. You're allowed to eat shrimps or prawns. Yes, it's Good Friday tomorrow. Whoops. Yes, Tracy, you're quite right. Dolly gets her prawns, but she's so spoiled. If I just rush out and buy her prawns every day, she's she's going to get bored. So I try to kind of space out a little bit, you know, maybe once every couple of weeks, because otherwise, she's gonna get really bored of it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Lynn says, Yogi, we're not saying that you're boring, you're soothing. Yes, well, Lynn, you do not need to explain, okay? Yes, it's okay. You can fall asleep. I'm not offended. Susan says, my sister was saying she had vegan fish for dinner. Well, what is vegan fish? I have seen, okay, I have seen, and actually I have eaten vegan bacon. It's quite a strange thing. I went to both occasions. I've had it twice. Both occasions, they were served by hotels that I stayed in, because I asked for a vegan breakfast, and it just came with some really weird looking vegan bacon. So visually, it looked like a bacon, but you know it's not real bacon because it just looked weird. It's got a lot of colorings, and I don't know what it's made of. It's probably made of some sort of tofu or something, some sort of soy product. And yeah, it looked like bacon, and but tasted like, I don't know, non-descriptive. I do not know what, I cannot describe the taste. I think it's got some artificial bacon flavors, which is weird. Why? But yes. I don't know about vegan fish though. I don't know what a vegan fish would be like. Bree says the tradition on Good Friday is no meat except fish, and fish is so gross. Yes, there's sort of tradition over here for Fridays as well. You know, there are restaurants or canteens, they serve fish and chips for Fridays, or fish dishes for Fridays. I remember they used to do that with the canteen in my college as well. My Fish Friday. So Bree's not a fan of fish, are you? Julie says fish is delicious. There you go. We're all different. Yes. Cassie says I even like McDonald's fish sandwiches. Well, I think you're being optimistic to think it's made of fish. I think it's probably made of fish, right? Do you know what kind of fish is in McDonald's fish sandwich? They probably need to prove that the fish, you know, McDonald's fish sandwich actually contains fish DNA because I don't believe them. There you go. And 898, going back. I like typewriter method. I think the trick is not to get too ambitious and try to go it too far away, because normally when I give up typewriter is when maybe I kind of, you know, try to extend the horizon, you know, the first row too far down. I think maybe 4 blocks or 5 blocks will be max. I know some people, they do the entire piece, you know, the entire width. That's a little bit too ambitious for me. Rachel Morton says I've had a vegetable burger and tofu, but that's been that's the extent of my vegan items. Is tofu is vegan? Yes, tofu is made of soybeans, so it's vegan, and with the, a lot of ways you can make vegan burgers, because you can use, of course, you can do like tofu, you know, burger as well, but also you can have those big mushrooms. What are they called? Not oyster mushrooms. They're big ones, and they're literally the size of a burger patty. So you can use those, and you can have avocado. And there are a lot of chickpeas burgers as well, really delicious. 934, 934. Nice 3-4 is it's a green. Rachel says, I think the Macfish, the McDonald's fish burger, is made of cod fish, but I'm not 100% sure. Right. I want to see the report from the analysis of DNA, just to prove to me there's actually fish in it. Oh no, Lynn. Lynn says, Yogi, once I had a bone in fish, I'm finished. Oh, that's not good. It could happen though. Even, you can buy boneless fish in the supermarket, but you just never know. You just have to be mindful. Oh, Sarah says, we catch catfish in our river. Really fresh dinner. Wow. So yes, if you have seen Sarah's pictures of the front, well, it's not even a yard, just the front view from her house is literally looking at a river. That's incredible. So I think, Sarah, you can literally just survive from the fish from the river and whatever in a surrounding area. It just sounds like, you don't have to go to the supermarket, really. Rose says we used to have mock fish when we were growing up because they were grated potatoes with onion. What? And they're called mock fish. So it's grated potato with onion, eggs, and flour to make them into patties. Interesting. It sounds like sort of fritters, sort of onion fritters. Why is it fish though? Very interesting. And I think restaurants here, if you go to some restaurants, particularly Asian restaurants like Chinese and stuff, they have like mock duck and mock chicken. They're made of glutens, really. So if you're gluten sensitive, it's probably not a good thing to eat. It's very hard to digest. It's interesting to eat, but not very good for your digestive system. Because gluten, pure gluten is just like rubber. Rachel says I ordered a soft shell crab sandwich, one in Disney World. Oh, out of all places, and I didn't realize it came with the legs until attached and everything. Still attached and everything. Oh, like a whole crab with legs. Yes, I think if you order crabs, they will come with all the claws and legs. Interesting. Right, so you're expecting crab cake? No, you've got a whole lot. 1, 2, 3, 4. Sarah says, I like to do typewriter in 1 or 2 block columns. Yes, I suppose. Because I always run out of patience if I try to go too far, because I just can't wait to come down to the second row. That happens. So maybe the good policy to not extend it too far down. Oh yes, that's right, Samantha. Portobello mushrooms. Yes, they're huge and really, really fleshy as well. And you can roast them or pan fry them, and they just turn into this really, nice mushroomy, meaty chunk that you can use them as burger patties. And a bit of avocado as well. Oh, nice. So Busy Mom is doing typewriter tonight as well, but only doing 3 blocks across. Yes, I think it's probably, 2 to 3, not too much. I think I've seen people going, all the way across for the entire piece. That's way too ambitious, I think. Two, 3. Okay, I'm gonna stop here. Janine says, I do typewriter, but I go until the thread runs out or wherever it goes. But horizontally, Janine, if you have the same color, let's say this green, in a neighboring area on the same row, do you just keep going, or do you just do that one and then just move down? I think both works. All right, next one. All right, one more time. We're in 310. 310 zone. Spooky bingo zone. 310. Got quite a few stitches here, actually. Oh, interesting. Rue says, according to Google, macfish fillet is Alaskan pollock or New Or New Zealand, hockey. Oh, so just why fish in general? Because I think it was McDonald's or maybe Kentucky Fried Chicken. They have like chicken nuggets. I think it was a documentary done by Jamie Oliver, you know, the chef, and a while back, and he was trying to show people how those nuggets were made, and it was terrifying. It was like chicken meat, which is fine, but they were kind of bleached. I don't know why they had to do that to make the flesh look really, really pale, like chicken breast meat or something. Maybe that just more attractive for some people, I don't know. And they put all sort of chemicals in the meat and mince everything together until you turn into some sort of alien substance and then mold them into chicken nuggets. So, and he probably explains recently, I don't know, there was a viral video of a McDonald's CEO eating their own burger, and he looked terrified. He looked like he didn't want to swallow that bite that he had, the tiny bite that he had. And I do not blame him, you know. Why would you want to eat that? Oh, Laura, I think you're correct. The mock chicken or mock duck, they're probably made of the same things called seitan. Is it ultimately gluten, right? I think it's the pure gluten, so it's very kind of elastic and quite firm. It's got kind of meaty kind of quality. It's quite, you know, interesting to eat, but it's very hard for me to digest because I always felt like not very well afterwards. Yes. I think, you know, it's probably a lot safer to stay with cheese straws. Yesterday we were talking about cheese straws. And I think today, you know, probably have a lot of stitchers, you know, just rushing out to the supermarket trying to find cheese straws. I just like to eat simple foods. I don't like foods that's been fussed too much because I've been taken to vegan restaurants, kind of like, oh, I think there was one that's got 1 star, Michelin star or something, and I was taken there. I think the person was trying to impress me, right? And it was a date, and it seemed quite interesting, but the food were just so complicated. It's almost like they're trying to hide the fact that they're vegan. Why do you want to hide it? It's like every single item on my plate, I cannot identify what they are. You know, everything's been kind of turned into something else, turned into puree, turned into different shapes, different textures. Why can't they just stick with vegetables? It's fine. Vegetables are delicious. You don't have to twist them into anything else to make it delicious, you know. So I tend not to go to vegan restaurants unless they have good reputation for keeping food as they are, you know, natural ingredients. Yes, Janine, were you here when we talked about cheese straws? Oh, you're probably off for your dinner yesterday. Yes. So the snack of the week is cheese straws. Oh, these needles don't like me. Let me pick one. Another one. One, two, three. Quite a lot of a 310 going on there. Michelle says, I'm trying typewriting method on my traveling library. Something different, yes. Hoping it looks a little more complete. Yes, I think the beauty of typewriter, obviously, you need to block out an area that you're doing, depends on where you are. And you have a very neat kind of, border that you keep, that's going to look a lot more complete. I think the trouble with my traveling library is because I decided to do kind of longer distance cross country. So now I have to go back to the top to fill in all the little stitches that I have not stitched. But with typewriter, you kind of have to because you're following that top border there. Laura says, yes, seitan is how it's pronounced. Seitan is wheat flour that's washed over and over and get the starch out and leave the gluten-rich meat. Yes. I have to say, I enjoy the texture of it. It's just my body is not very happy when I eat it. I think it's just very hard to digest, Rose says, I saw that documentary. They also added other parts of the chicken, like the neck and the heart. Exactly, yes. In Australia, our food standards won't allow that. I think the neck and the hearts, they're part of the animal's body. It's fine. You can have the whole chicken, whatever, but probably because the heart and stuff like that, the colors are different from just white meat. So they want to disguise that. So they bleach the whole thing to make it look like breast meat, which is most expensive part of chicken, for instance. Yeah, it's not pretty. Laura, you haven't found your cheese straws. You have to keep looking. Janine says when we're in a restaurant, the vegetables for the night was zucchini with tomatoes. And every man in the restaurant said, no, I just have French fries. It was so funny. I had zucchinis. Oh, you mean other tables? They don't want zucchini. Zucchini's delicious. No way. Yes. To be honest, for side vegetables, fries don't really count. Okay, fries are fries are not. Well, I know technically it's potatoes, vegetables, but you cannot count that as your vegetable side dish. Susan says, Yogi, what's going on with you? Your floss is hiding and your needles don't like you. I know, I know. What have I done to deserve this? Because normally I'm really fast with threading, and for some reason, needles don't like me today. Susan, what is going on? Please help. Laura says, chicken hearts are delicious. I think there's absolutely nothing wrong with, chicken hearts or whatever other parts of the inners. It's part of the chicken. Okay, if you're happy to eat chicken, you should be happy to eat the whole chicken. So that's not the issue. It's the fact that they're trying to hide the fact that they're darker meats. They want white meat. And see you later, Lizzie. 99. Lynn says Yogi Komari had a laptop today. Looking at her chart in the corner, it says stitches today, 2,475. I'm certain that's what it says. I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. She has done 3,000 a day, I'm pretty sure, a while ago. And it was kind of record-breaking stitches. Yes, I think I think her challenge is probably if she has to do other things. I think if she has all day available for her, she can do 3,000. Wouldn't surprise me. So 50,000 by the end of the month for her is nothing. But does that mean that she's going to just stitch Traveling Library this month? Because she's got other projects as well. I think she might be, she's probably going to be the first one finishing in the entire world. I would say she's going to be the first one finishing Traveling Library supersize. Very likely. Very nice. Moving on, next one. So the next one will be this one. And it is 3722. 3722. I know. Ginny says my hobby says French fries are vegetable because it's potato. Tell him no. It's not true. It doesn't count. Busy Mom says, is that full cross or tent that Komari does? Komari doesn't do tent. I've never seen her doing tent. It's 1/1, full cross, 25 counts. That's all she does. I think a while ago she was experimenting with the stamp kits as well. And it was so weird to watch her doing stamp kits. It just, All the while I've been following her, she was always doing 25 counts. So I think the first person, oh, I'm trying to recall because who's that? Lynn Burgess. She's doing a regular size traveling library. So I can't really compare her to Komari because Lynn is quite fast as well, quite far ahead, but she's doing a regular size. I'm quite tempted to keep extending the top row 1 all the way to the end, but I don't know if I'm being a bit too ambitious. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blocks. Ginny says, Komari must stitch for hours and hours a day. Stitch every day. But on a good day, I get 500. Well, that's a very good day then. 500 is it's not a small amount. I think yes, because with stitchers, there are 2 ways you could that you could become an alien stitcher, right? Either you have super speed, you can do it just so much faster, and another way you can get there is by stitching for a long period of time. So not everybody can do that. So it's a little bit like you know, athletes. Some of them have the explosive power. They can do it things, you know, they can run really fast. And some of them, they're marathon runners. They may not be super fast, but they can do it for a long time, all day long. And I think Komari probably has a bit of both. She can stitch for a long, long time. I bet, you know, she doesn't stream for a long, long time, but I bet she continues to stitch afterwards, and maybe all day long. And also she's very quite fast in terms of, you know, efficiency. So she's got a bit of both, and that's why she's an alien. 3722. 3722. But 500 is very good. I mean, Janine, can you recall the last time I stitched 500 a day? I won't waste your time. Like never, unless we're doing marathon. Marathon is like 10 hours. Lynn says I'm lucky to do 50 stitches. Lynn, I'm sure we can do a little bit more than that. You know, Yogi's record is 60. I'm sure we can break that. Okay, 3863. 3863. Oh, that's right, Michelle. Michelle remember things, okay? And she's a witness as well. Michelle says, Yogi, you did 9,000. I saw it. Me too. Me too, Michelle. And all of you saw it, okay? Anyone that was, part of that stream, you saw me do it. 9,000. I know. And we have the live stream as the proof. I did 9,000, okay? So that's the benchmark I think, Kumari was striving for. I mean, Kumari's, the highest number is about 3,000. So Kumari is very envious of Yogi's, world record. Bree says, when is the next stitching marathon? Good question. Good question. We'll just have to come up with an excuse. So last time we did a marathon was the New Year marathon. And I can't remember how many stitches I managed for that session. I don't know if anybody remember. We did 11 hours, guys. 11 hours. And I definitely did more than 500, but I can't remember. Maybe 700. I don't know. Maybe less because I was doing color flow with that piece, with sleep time. I can't remember. Maybe 600 something. Sound Stitching says I'm almost finished with page 2 of the Blue Train, 7,000 stitches, taken me a month. So yeah, that's tremendous. 7,000 broken into 60 days. But it's not the speed that counts. I bet you enjoyed it. Michelle says that must be a world record. It was, Michelle, and you saw it with your own eyes, right? I did 9,000 right in front of you, captured by the live stream, okay? I have proof. Jeanine says, I think the beginning of summer should be the next marathon. And what would that be then? Is there an official start of the summer? Because someone was talking about maybe Samantha. Samantha mentioned there's a World Cross Stitch Day, but it's not. I think it's in August sometime. It's kind of the summer as well. Michelle says, the app does not lie, says Yogi. Exactly, Michelle. Michelle has been watching properly, okay? She's been taking notes. The apps don't lie, okay? Yogi may lie, but the apps don't lie. Yes. Samantha says the longest day of the year in June. Okay, so June. If there is an official day, we can celebrate the summer with style, with a good old-fashioned marathon. How does that sound? Maybe even a new start as well. Oh dear, I say. Dear, oh dear. Sounds like a threat. I'm going to have a new start, guys. The summer start. Susan says, I definitely remember having a nap, waking up.